Good afternoon, Zambia. I am sure you have come across the tragic news with regards to three children who have unfortunately lost their lives. Now, I wasn't sure what it was all about because I just saw pictures of the three children, and many people were just saying, I feel sorry for the mother, I feel sorry for the mother, without understanding what the story was all about. And therefore, I came across a devastating news from the police spokesperson who said that they're investigating the matter, and I've also gone to the scene in Cabanana. Now, the story so happens to be like a case of where a mother had gone to work and she was stuck because of the heavy rains in Zambia, and the husband went to fetch for her because she was stuck, and he left three juvenile children in the house from the age of 7 to 4 years old. And whilst he was away, the house was struck with lightning and a fire started. And by the time they were realizing what was going on, the neighbors had made a distress call to the husband, letting him know of what had occurred at their home. And by the time the neighbors were trying to put out the fire, the children were dead. And the bodies have been taken to the investigation hospital. Now, for me, I feel so sad because I don't know when Africa is going to have something different happening and positive, especially when it comes to mothers, women. I'm a mother, of course, so I worry when I hear about such things. There's a lot of high levels of poverty in Zambia, and therefore you find that people are trying by all means to survive, and they will go, to do the hair, sell charcoal, to do all sorts of things because there's no welfare system. And when they do that, in the instance of this couple, you find that the children are left by themselves, even if it's just for a short period. And now the couple has lost three children. I wish we can copy a lot of things from the Western world. Africa would be a great place to be. I wish we can copy a lot of things. In the first instance, you will find that many people in different areas of Zambia are suffering, really suffering. And in trying to provide for their children, they risk their lives, their children, they risk their own lives. We seriously need a welfare system that can be put in place to protect mothers so that the future generation of Zambia can be protected. In the Western world, like in the UK, for example, you cannot leave any child, no matter how you think they are mature, in their house by themselves, especially below the age of 15. It's impossible. At that age, 7, 4, these are children who cannot even react. They don't even know probably how to open the door. Maybe the door was locked. We don't even know the situation. But if there was a system that could help mothers, I'm concerned about the welfare of mothers in Zambia because just yesterday we buried a young lady who had cervical cancer and was neglected. Okay? Now we have 3 children losing their lives because their mother went to look for means to survive. Their father was with them at home, but due to the mother being stuck, he left at 6 o'clock left the children in the house. 3 sets of generations wiped out just like that. And I'm thinking, if women can be empowered in a way that as soon as they have children, maybe up to 3, there's a certain level of empowerment, business, income that comes through, so many situations can be avoided. If they even receive some form of welfare support, we can see and we have seen that people are able to get cash for work. It is a good thing that there's free education in Zambia. But how do people survive without having to go and search for opportunities out there? I have a young child, Daniela, who's 3. And I have Ellery, who is 7. You've seen her. I have never even thought that I can leave Ellery with Daniela in my entire life. Never. Because to me, I feel these are babies. Until they reach secondary school, in their final year, senior, that's when I can say, okay, now they can have access even to the kids, go to their house on their own. But not at that age. That's my pain right now. I'm imagining these children, okay? How would Daniela react? She wouldn't even know anything. She's a baby. Ella is young. She's 7. Some of us have had to put our dreams on hold because we've had to raise children for the past 17 years in this country. But the system is fair. You can work 20 hours a week. You can work shifts that help you around your children. You can start a business. But in Zambia, it's so tough. In that nobody even knows these children until they're in this situation when they die. That's when we get to know there's this child. You are on your own, literally on your own. There is no even social services that are involved to see how we can support these families. Everybody is running their own show. And yet, those children that are born in Zambia belong to the state. It is the government's responsibility, even as children go to school, to find out where they are coming from in their constituencies as well. Finding out, registering where they can receive extra support. All that does not exist. Are we going to continue losing children in this manner? Are we going to continue losing mothers? Because we don't care about the health care system. Now these children, everybody knows about them. Let's talk about even just child defilement that has been happening in Zambia for the past few weeks that everybody has been talking about. Where has this started from? Leaving the children on their own with somebody that the family can trust to look after their children for them to work and to survive. It all comes down to the system. We don't have a system in place in Zambia that can help the welfare of the children, the future of the children. There is no system at all. It's a chpante-pante. Everybody just wakes up and do their thing. Tomorrow you will see people walking and talk about, hey, child defilement, this and this. You find that some women are even getting married to men as the 6th or 7th or 10th wife, all because they want to find means and ways to survive. And even when the husband is doing something negative towards the child, they can't say anything. They are silent because that is their only source of income. How I wish some of us would be asked what needs to be put in place for the women. You would see a change in Zambia. Certain things that I see women experiencing, giving birth on the floor, There's no maternity facilities. Young girls have no pads in schools. I ask myself this question: what is the West doing which Africa cannot do? Everybody now is praising Torre from Burkina Faso for what he's doing for his country, meaning it is possible. But the problem is we've always had selfish leadership who don't care about the welfare of their people. It's all about political power. It's all about political power, political positions, and who can punish who. When this regime is no longer in power, the ones who go in power start punishing the ones wasting our 5 bloody years instead of looking into the welfare of the children of Zambia, instead of looking at the welfare of mothers in Zambia. Women are the highest voters, yet they suffer the most. Now this woman will have to bury 3 children because she went to hustle for them, and the unfortunate happened. I don't know how they live with their neighbors. These days you can't even trust anybody to look after your children, because even if they are boys, there are people who are even sodomizing boys. Oh God, help Africa. As the details unfold for the family, the way the Western world works, when tragedy happens, we need to reflect as a country. Where did we go wrong? Where did we fail these children? How did the system fail these children? After which, we can bring in new laws, reforms to support mothers. Sometimes you don't understand why many people are stuck abroad. I call it stuck abroad. It's because the system favors mothers. It favors children. They have free education, free medical care, free prescription for glasses, for medication, free everything until they turn the age of 21. Who wouldn't want to be in such a system? Why can't we do the same so that we put less pressure on the low-income families? There's a landlord who needs to be paid rentals. How do these people survive? And yet next year, politicians will be campaigning, vote for me, and yet in their own constituencies, people are sleeping hungry. Cry, beloved Africa. When it comes to such, I am hurt. Because I have sacrificed 19 years of my life, put so many things on hold with 2 degrees, a master's and a degree, because I want to make sure the children are safe. That's the system. You cannot rely on any neighbor. You can only take your child to school for a few hours, after which they are in your care. Can we as women rise and advocate for cancer hospitals for women, and advocate for welfare for women, and advocate for financial support for women? Every family, as long as Zambians pay tax, those from the low-income families are supposed to be registered and be receiving support from the government. That way, we will avoid so many tragedies. So many women right now, they are not even sure of what they are sick of, because we don't have regular smear tests. Okay? So many people are told, come tomorrow, come the other day. Their cancer cases are prolonged. So many women are giving birth on the floor. And so many women don't even have normal facilities for them to have a proper birth. And so many young girls miss school because they don't have funds. It's time we started fighting so hard for the girl child. for women. At the end of the day, women are the generation carriers. They carry these babies. I can imagine how this woman will be feeling. 3 children wiped out at a go. At least you even lose 2 or 1. Even at least is not even something you should say. But all 3, it's painful. Can we come up with a system as a country which protects the children from being on their own in any instance? Can we provide support to low-income families? You can call them poor families, so that certain situations can be avoided. Yes, death is inevitable, but prevention is there. How a child reacts is different from the way an adult will react. If they were left with an adult there, probably they would have run away out of the house. But probably they've been given instructions, don't leave the house. And they kept themselves in one corner. The most heartbreaking thing to see is 3 tiny coffins. Life is spiritual, guys. The enemy has been fighting Africa because we don't love ourselves. As soon as we are in leadership, we just think of ourselves. And the enemy is fighting the future generation. Those are 3 leaders wiped out just like that. Boys, those are generations. Those would have been fathers, parents in the future, presidents, lawyers, wiped out just like that. By not working with the people of Zambia, you work with the enemy, the devil, to accomplish his agenda of not allowing people, young people, to accomplish their dreams and what God has destined them for in Zambia. Remember that you are grown up now. By the time you're older, that's the generation that should take over. So how best do we look after this generation that is coming from behind? By putting a system in place that will make sure that their welfare is paramount. Every child matters. Whether they are from Kapanana, they are from where, every child matters. Let there be a checkup on these children. Let there be a welfare system on checking up how they are living, how are the struggles. So that when these struggles are reported to their constituency or to the welfare office, these people can be supported. May the souls of the young Phiri brothers rest in eternal peace. It's very painful. It's very, very painful. I have to compose myself for this video, but it's painful.